Welcome back to another episode of Color Break, your third favorite comic book podcast. I happen to be hosting this one, and my name is Comic Book Stasher Christian. If you see him in the street, please do not call me Comic Book Stash. I will not respond because I do not know you're talking to me. However, today I'm joined by someone somewhat special, I would say. Friend of mine, friend of the show, part of the show, Cody Collects.
How you doing, buddy? Glad to be with you.
I'm doing great.
We don't miss episodes here at Color Break, except when we just delay them. That's all. We just delay it a week.
Emergencies are a thing in life.
Yeah. Thanksgiving, man. So
Thanksgiving is important. But it was a good break. We're back, better than ever. That's why I'm hosting, and we're gonna get into it. Cody, where do you want to start? I'll give you a choice to choose the first topic.
Let's give them a rundown. We got 3 topics that we thought of.
Yes.
Sort of last minute, a little bit.
In a good way.
So we got 3 things we're thankful for. You know, it being Thanksgiving. Imagine if we did this last week, guys. It would have been perfect, but...
Picture that.
Picture it. So we're doing things we're thankful for. And then we're going to be talking Creature Commandos.
Yeah, it's a new segment. We call it Tracking the DCU.
No, it's got to be a better name. It's got to be like... Did DC do it or something creative?
That's what we do. You're not the you are the idea man.
Something creative. But anyways, we'll come up with it later. But yeah, Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos, which we'll talk about it. Well, we watched it today. It's pretty good.
Let me ask you though, when we get to that topic, are we doing spoilers? Are we doing?
We can do like an overall
because by the time this will be out, it'll be
Sunday. Yeah, we can give like an overall without getting into specific storylines.
Okay, that sounds good. And then what's the last topic? Number 3.
Yeah, and then jumping right in, we're gonna talk about our Dream DCU project.
Yeah.
Just to talk now we know how the universe started, what we would want to see in DCU.
Nailed it, dude. Those are the 3.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go in order. Cody, give me one thing you're thankful for, and this is in the realm of comic books.
Yeah,
we're not talking about your wife or your dog. We're talking about
exactly. Which may or may not be thankful for some of those things, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
The old ball and shit. No, I'm just joking. So 3 things we're thankful for, right? Might get a little sappy in this segment, guys, but stick with us. Write down in the comments, what are you thankful for?
Yeah.
If you're driving down the highway, 95. Yeah.
Don't pull over.
Cold December wind blowing through your hair because you got the top down.
We don't want you to pull over. Like if you're driving, we don't want you to stop the car, to write this comment down. Keep driving.
Yeah. We make this joke every time, but you're cruising down 95, cold December air blowing through your hair.
Yeah.
Comment real quick. What are you thankful for? I'm thankful for Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, dude. The dynamic duo. I had to do it, Christian, and let me explain why. It
surprises me. I'll tell you this. It surprises me because you said I'll get a little bit sappy, and then you were like Ed Brubaker.
Right, we might get sappy in the later ones, right? But at many points throughout the year, whenever I hit a reading rut of collected editions, because I would say for the most part I've been pretty good with my single issues throughout the year, but man, so for example, in October I was trying to read all of the Monster Size Hellboy. Yeah, and I got burnt out, dude. I got burnt out.
I was burned out from hearing you talk about it.
So, dude, whenever I hit oh man, I need a comic book pick me up, you just grab an Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips book right off the shelf, and it just pulls me back into the world of comic book reading. So it's great, dude. You pick up they release all these different graphic novels throughout the year. It's just one off. You can just pick
they
them up
are
and read them.
Wonderful crime thrillers. It's mainly crime. I feel like they
for sure
really
they're the crime. Yeah, absolutely. And for example, right, earlier in the year, maybe this is last year, I forget, but they just released a graphic novel.
It's a good one. And I got it back there.
Yeah, so it's just a nice little palate cleanser. You know what I'm saying?
It's such a good creative team to just it never disappoints. And I feel like those books are never announced, at least not in my world. It's just they show up and I'm like, oh, Cody's gonna talk about this. So
yeah, no, 100%, dude. And it's one of those things. It's like I'm a fan of Tom King, right? But there's some things of Tom King that I don't like. For example, like that's just an example that I could think of. But Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, it's literally, dude,
they never
banger
disappoint.
after banger after banger. There's not even a story that I'm like, oh, that one's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're all in the top of what I've read ever. So that's just a nice solid. I'm thankful for them, man. Every year, bro, I'm thankful for these guys.
No, I get it. I totally get it. It makes sense, and it makes sense coming from you.
It's not sappy though, so you're right. When I was like, it's gonna be a little sappy, so forgive me. And then
no. I mean, that's good. That's good. I am thankful. Not to skip over yours, but I'm gonna go for a more general one. I am thankful for the X-Men. I feel
thankful for the X-Men. Okay.
I've been really, really scared to jump into X-Men.
Right.
And with this new what's it called, From the Ashes or whatever, like run. Gotten into it. It's pretty good. Not everything's my favorite, but I'm reading all of them, and I feel like I've joined this like nice community where like,
wow, dude,
I got like all these friends.
That's sick, dude. So yeah, I mean, your experience is going well. I mean, what titles are like stick out to you?
Honestly,
I guess like if you were to recommend
NYX, really good. Okay. I didn't think I would like NYX because it's mainly like young heroes.
Yeah,
and I don't care to read about a bunch of like teenagers.
Kids. So
a lot of times it's like a lot of drama that's just like, I think I lived through that already.
That's what people like though, like the relatable though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I related to that 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But phenomenal, honestly, phenomenal. All of them are really good. I like Uncanny X-Men.
Yep.
And just like getting to know these characters a little bit more. Like Cyclops has always been my favorite, but like now I find like Nightcrawler is pretty good.
Dude, like Nightcrawler. Yeah, just from what I've read, Nightcrawler is like a G for sure. He's like a top 3 X-Men.
So X-Men, sure. Just real quick, simple.
Nice, dude. That's a good one. A lot of people, I'm sure, are thankful for X-Men out there.
Yeah.
That might be a lot of the comments, dude. People love the X-Men, bro.
Hopefully.
You want to hear my number 2?
I want to hear your number 2.
I'm thankful, dude. I'm thankful for the comic book community. I guess I was like trying to think of a way to
I was going to say something like, let's rope them in together because mine was the same.
It's like I try to figure out a way to phrase it, but I'm just trying to think of an example, right? Like every Wednesday, I log on TikTok. Everybody's posting their new comic book days. Mm-hmm. Everybody's hyping each other up. They're all screaming in their cars, dude. They're showing off their picks of the week and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just like a really cool community to be a part of. And then it's empowered us to do a lot of different cool things. Like I'm thinking of all the things we've been able to do throughout the year. That's all thanks to the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just the platform. I mean, we'd be talking to nobody. You know?
No, yeah. I mean, we wouldn't be talking.
Yeah. We wouldn't we wouldn't talk at all. Me and you.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite running gag is that we only talk to each other.
I mean, we're friends. We talk. If there's, I feel like if there's like a coworker big, relationship. If there's like a big like event that's like oh my god, this shit, you gotta listen to this. This sucks. Or like look at what I bought. Like we talk about those. We're not hanging out.
You live so far away, dude. But,
yeah. Why do I live so far away? You also live far away.
I live right where I need to be, baby. I live a perfect spot.
Yeah, the guy who moved already.
Yeah, just farther, like as far north as I can, but still be in the U.S., dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Are you going sappy for number 3 or?
The one thing I'll say, dude, is just I don't know, man. It's like it's hard to put into words. Like, so another one, right, is I've been doing these vlogs, right, on my YouTube channel. Small little plug, you know what I'm saying? But I get a hot dog every single week, right? And everybody hypes me up for my fucking hot dogs, dude. Wait,
yeah,
can I curse? I can curse.
You're the glizzy gobbler, dude.
Dude, they're calling me like the glizzy king, bro. They're like hyping me up. It's just so
just because funny, of the actual food, though. I hope you know that.
They're not comic fans. This is for the hot dog. They're just hot dog fans.
Yeah, no, but I don't want you to think people are talking about glizzies and you as like a good thing. Just the food.
Right. They're just like, that's a nice hot dog.
Yeah. Don't get excited. We know you're not. You shouldn't.
But that's my number 2, dude. Just the comic
two?
book,
the community and hot dogs. Listen, I don't like pickles, but those hot dogs look pretty good.
Yeah, they're solid.
I'm not gonna go for sappy, but I'm gonna go for like an underappreciated part of the comic book community as my third.
Okay.
Letters and colors.
Ooh, good one, dude.
Nobody out here is talking about letters, and there's a bunch of names that some of them I cannot pronounce. So I'm not gonna attempt it. But letters and colors, like you normally hear, like, oh, this artist and this writer, which love them both. I love artists and writers, but like, who's painting those bad boys? Who's writing down the text you're reading?
It'd be black and white, dude. It would look crazy.
Mm-hmm. It'd be black and white with no dialogue.
Yeah. No, that's a good call, dude. That's a great call.
Yeah,
colorists, letterers, because and it's tricky because, and I'm guilty of it too. Like when you're talking about
100%.
a comic book quickly, right? It's like you don't mean to exclude them.
No,
but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
The brain doesn't recognize it because the thing you hear is like, there's this person right here.
Yeah, like Jim Lee, but like you only know Jim Lee.
Yeah,
like him as.
It's the same with movies. It's like, oh my god, I love this one. I'm gonna say J.J. Abrams because I have no director in mind right now. Like, he didn't write it, right?
And he like the cinematographer play like that. That's like the cool part, like learning about just all the different roles and like the cinematographer is like the dude. Yeah, no, exactly. Like it's such a specific like theme that's like, it's super confusing, and like, if I feel bad not mentioning them, but like they are like a very important part of the community and just comic books in general. Like I always say, like, people talk about Wes Anderson in film, and like they don't talk about like Robert Yeoman, who's like the cinematographer. Like, you talk about the look of Wes Anderson. Yes, Wes Anderson has a hand in it because it's his movies, but the cinematographer doing that is Robert Yeoman. Right. So that's how I feel about like letters. It's like, oh my god, I love that panel with like the scream going down. That the letter had to like figure that out. Right. Yeah. He like tried 40 different versions of that scream and landed on the one that he drew that one like, Y a million times. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, dude, that's a great call out, man. Shout out to the colors, shout out to the letters. That's your number 3, right? It's number 3? Yeah, you can go for your number 3. All right, my number 3, the sappiest of them all, dude. I'm thankful for Christian, guys. You know what? I was gonna like say that. Lump it in, dude. We're thankful for each other, dude. Because I didn't want to like say it because I was like, since I knew I was gonna go first, I was like, yeah, what if he doesn't? Right. It's like lame or whatever, but like, dude, listen, I'm so thankful. Like, dude, we're texting each other all the time. We're pushing each other to make like the best videos we can. Yeah. Whenever I've had like a doubt about like making content, or you've had a doubt, I feel like it's like, if you give up, I will kill you. We gotta keep because there's been some times where, like, especially after some recent world events, you know what I'm saying, you hit that point. It's like, is this important? Like, what are we doing here? We had to have a heart to heart in that moment. Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's just an incredible. He's the peanut butter to my. Do you want to be jelly? Or do you want to be? I can be jelly. I think peanut butter is overpowering. Okay, I'll be peanut butter for sure. Like, if you put peanut butter in like a Smoothie King smoothie, like, it's just peanut butter. Forget the other flavors. Actually. Nah, you're actually right. Yeah. But yeah, dude, that's my number 3, man. I'm just super thankful. Listen, in 2025 as well, bro, we're about to like pop off. I don't know if you guys know this. Like, we have stuff cooking for cons. I will say this, just to give you an idea of how much we're popping off, and Cody does not know about this. Okay. C2E2 this year theme, Western. Oh, yeah. I've been looking at custom belt buckles. I've been looking at hats. This guy's gonna cowboyed up, dude. No, but imagine a color break C2E2 2025 belt buckle. Whoa, it ties it up. I guess that's how hard we're going. You sound like Trump selling like the gold watches. We start selling like gold belt buckles. We got this Bible. The fact that we don't have to get into it, dude. Anyways, listen. So we're gonna be hitting up a ton of cons, and I don't know, dude. I think that with our memory card panel, I think we have like the key. We have like the template. Yeah. For cons, any con we want, dude. Literally. Yeah.
I want to say one that's like
she's
not gonna hear it. It's like a last minute thing. Thank you. It's something. My grandma, dude.
I thought it was gonna be your aunt, but nice.
No, my aunt too. I've thank her my story, but like I've never told my grandma. My grandma is on every video she's commenting. Leave me a little heart or something. And
true.
It doesn't. I've had videos where like Tula Lote commented on one of my videos the other day. Scott Snyder. But I'll have my grandma's comment, and that's the one that I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's sick, dude. Yeah.
That just makes me happy.
Yeah, no, it's a good point, dude. Like when because like we don't make these videos for like our family members or our friends or whatever. Like we just put them out or whatever.
But I actually don't send them to my family members or my friends.
I don't either. So the other day when my mom, she was like asking me about something I unboxed, I was like, how did you see that? Like where you don't have a TikTok? Like what do you?
Yeah, no, my parents are there for every video, and it's like,
dude.
You don't know who these fools are. You're still watching.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
that's what we're thankful for, guys. That was a nice little segment. Warm your little tummies on this cold December day.
But now we're done. Now we're gonna go back to being who we are.
Yep, it's over now, dude. All the heartwarming.
We don't like it. We're gonna go for DC Creature Commandos.
Oh, I thought you thought of the name.
Go for the segment. I was gonna ask you if you thought of it.
No, I thought you were just about to introduce. I thought you were about to say it, but we'll have to workshop it.
Let's think of it. We can throw one out, one each.
Okay, while you're thinking, real quick, I'll just explain. So while the DC, because like, dude, this is the prime time, right? The DCU is starting with Creature Commandos. Is like the first official project, right? So Christian and I, we were thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we track it, like as it's coming out? Like, oh, Superman's out. We do like a recurring segment.
We would do this regardless, but now it's a segment.
Yeah, now it's like official. So now we have like something we can do when we got no ideas. You know what I'm playing, guys? You know?
Yeah. At the end of the year, I'll tell you this, not this year because it's ending, but at the end of the year, with if let's say 2025, I will cut together every segment of tracking the DC universe, whatever we call it.
Yep.
As a year-long recap of what we thought of every project in order.
I like it, dude. I'm here for it.
Now it's a thing. We made it a thing.
Oh, I got it.
And now it is.
We could call it. I got it. Ready? Under the Gun, and there's 2 N's.
Okay, sure. Okay, that's a working title. What I'm saying? It's working right now, but it's a working title.
Yeah, it's a working title. Under the Gun with 2 N's. James Gunn. Because, dude, I think this is a great place. All jokes aside,
under the Gun, recapping James Gunn's DC universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
that's good, dude. So it's a great place to start because listen, the DC Studios intro, like the intro to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Why the hell is James Gunn in that? What the hell's up with that? Wasn't that weird?
I don't know. Yeah, I want to start from the beginning.
I
know it's like
that makes more sense.
I know it's like a little like cute thing, like a tribute to like the original like Superman comics, like the Action Comics, whatever.
The DC Studio, like
yeah. I did not like it.
Dang, bro, he hated it. The first thing
just doesn't fit with what the show is. Like it's too light and like happy and like just simple. It's like a 2-second clip, and I was like, okay.
Right, because if you think about
the Marvel one, I feel like I'm watching like
exactly. I was just gonna say, and they change it for every project too. So like the Marvel, the newest project will be
like it's like a cool thing. Like oh my god, they added She-Hulk.
Yeah, Rocket Raccoons over there type stuff.
Yeah,
dude.
Like that's really cool. And this one was just like, oh, nice tribute, and I appreciate it for comic book fans. It should be
stylized for each show. That's a good point.
Who out here is reading the first Superman comic and being like, that's my favorite one.
Right. It should have been like an old picture of a Creature Commandos like cover or something like that.
Yeah, dude. Animated and all comic, you know?
That's a good point.
I just think it didn't fit the theme, and it'd be way better if they customized it per show or movie.
Yeah, that's a good point. What do you think, though, dude? In terms of the intro to the actual like show, I found wasn't it kind of weird that James Gunn is in it?
Yeah, I kind of saw it and immediately like forgot about it because that was like one of those things like
but like he's not a character in the show.
No.
So it's like a weird like fourth wall break. Like to me, okay.
There's someone on TikTok that's gonna be like, guys, it just felt like James was literally welcoming us into the new universe.
Oh, like
that's
the
not
reverse side.
It was weird.
It's like
someone's gonna be hyping it up, and it's cool if you like it.
Right. To me, it's kind of like, and this is like maybe it's reaching, guys. You can roast me in the comments. That's fine. But to me, it's like he's trying to be the Kevin Feige, like
he's trying to be DC Jesus, you know?
Yeah, he's like, I have brought you this. Like I wrote the show. Here's me typing on the keyboard. It's like,
and it's cool, dude. Hey, you know, he deserves his flowers. Like I said,
yeah.
We're gonna talk about it. I like the show.
The show's from his brain.
Pretty good,
right?
But I don't know.
This is like maximum hater mode. With that, I brought this up. But I just wanted to make note of it because it was weird. Yeah,
it was pretty weird. But we're gonna talk about something way cooler, which is the actual show after he disappears from the screen. I like the fact that we jump in straight into the action. Like, Here you go. Here's the show. Enjoy it. Watch it.
What did you think? Cool. What did you think of the characters that we got lined up here? Any that stick out to you so far?
Any that stick out to me? I like G.I. Robot.
G.I. Robot's an instant classic.
G.I. Robot. You know, people talk about Weasel. Never cared for Weasel.
Me neither. I'm not, you know.
And I like weird little guys.
True. You are like a weird little guy aficionado.
But not my favorite weird little guy.
Yeah.
Just like just a creature. It's not like funny to me. It's supposed to be funny. It was never funny to me.
That doesn't land. That's a good point.
I like G.I. Robot just like being stuck in like one thing.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, it's not really spoiler. He talks about killing Nazis. That's like his whole gimmick.
Yeah.
Is throughout the entire episode, every single one of his lines is just a reference to killing Nazis, dude. And I could not stop.
Is this a Nazi?
Yeah. He's like, is this guy a Nazi? Or like, there's one part where he's doing something like mundane. He's like guarding something, whatever. I don't want to get too into it, but he's just recounting like, in 1948, the battle of this, I killed alone. 80 Nazis. Yeah.
And he's alone. I think like Weasel's sleeping.
Yeah.
He's just talking.
Yeah, he's like just recounting off like the glory days when he could just kill all sorts of Nazis.
Yeah, I have a minor spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler. It's just confirming something. They do talk about the whatever place it was at where they fought Starro. That's like canon in this universe.
They linked it. It's official now.
Yeah, it's official because they talk about Rick Flag. You know, rest in peace.
Yep.
Is it Rick Flag? Yeah.
Rick Flag, Junior, which...
Yeah. That was cool. I like the fact that they can... I mean, that's his movie, so I expect.
I think... So, let me ask you this, though. Just in terms of, you know, setup for the show, is it really just... We're doing another Suicide Squad, bro.
It kind of felt like it. I thought he was gonna go more like. I thought it was gonna be more Guardians, but it was just another Suicide Squad. Yeah. But I like the fact that we're like getting to like grow these characters. Not that they didn't grow in his Suicide Squad, but in here, it's a show. You know, you're getting to spend more time with each individual character.
For sure. I think so, like taking this show in like a vacuum and taking it for what it is, it's like, oh dude, I think it's cool, it's a great setup and everything. But in terms of all media like out there, right? I feel like I'm just flooded with Amanda Waller, Suicide Squad. She's making a team. Like it was like 2 movies. We're talking like the Peacemaker stuff is like kind of the same.
Amanda Waller is really cool.
Yep. But even in the comics too, like Absolute Power, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like even
really cool character. Listen, Amanda Waller is one of like I think like as far as like women in comics go, one of the ones like the first one that has it's like she's the boss
for sure.
A woman of color, like really calling the shots. It doesn't matter if she's evil. Sometimes that's power.
Yep,
that's what she is. Nobody questions her. She handles all these like actual like super powered like beings.
Yeah, right.
As a concept of a character, lovely.
I agree. Yep.
It's just the fact that we're getting so much.
No, because like okay, even just I just said that right. I'm thinking Suicide Squad kills the Justice League over on the video game side, right? And then you're looking at shows like the new show with Superman, like an Adult Swim. It's like an anime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? She's in that show. She's a prominent character too. So I just feel like I lift a rock and Amanda Waller is there creating a Suicide Squad, bro. And it's like, but taking the show for what it is, you know what I mean? We can continue the discussion, but it's like, man, when I was like looking up the synopsis or reading it on HBO Max, I'm like, Amanda Waller is assembling another team. I was like, oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, listen, she's getting her money.
That's true. Not to say her performance wasn't like her, the character, like you said, isn't one of the best. It's just we got to put
she's great.
We just got to take a break.
We're getting too much. Yeah,
we got to take a Suicide Squad break. Hey,
listen,
man. You gotta take a...
I love the Flash. If I was getting the Flash in every project, I'd be like, I need a little break.
It's kind of like how I'm kind of Spider-Man character. Like, oh, there's Spider-Boy, there's little Spider-Rat.
Yeah, and we love the spiders.
I know, it's just like I'm getting flooded with all these characters, but yeah. So that's my initial, before I even press play, those are my first couple thoughts, but yeah.
Yeah. We're not spoiling anything, so we can kind of like just move on real quick. I think it's pretty good. I don't know if I would. It's very good. Fun time. I don't think I would have watched it if it wasn't the start of the DC universe.
Interesting. It's a good point. Yeah, like if we didn't know it was connected and setting things up for the future on its own, the show itself wasn't like doing anything super crazy.
Because let's think about like Iron Man being the start of the MCU.
Ooh, good point. Right,
if you take away the name Iron Man,
right,
that movie's still phenomenal.
Right.
It's still a great superhero movie. Even if it's not Iron Man, it's just like a new character. Still phenomenal. Creature Commandos, I felt like it's great, but I feel like I'm watching it because it's the start of the DCU.
Right. It doesn't seem, at least right now, it doesn't seem like you have to be seated.
We're 2 episodes in.
Right.
Yeah.
At this point, like, yeah. But to your point, it's not like... At the beginning
of the episode,
but to just even start with Creature Commandos, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of starting with like some more oomph or something.
I think they should have started with Superman.
Yeah, probably.
I would have waited 6 months.
Keep it.
I would have waited.
Yeah. What is it, May or something?
Yeah, you're starting with Superman.
Right. That's
who started all of it.
Right. And kind of like mirroring kind of what they did Man of Steel, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
And
it'd be great. And once again, I like the show.
Yeah.
Just as a business practice, I don't know how I feel about it.
I got you. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like the it's I wonder how many times James Gunn is going to do this, but it's like he's he's reaching into his box of DC characters, he's pulling out some crazy characters no one's ever heard of, and
it feels like a Donny Cates move, right? Donny Cates just
like the wow, just to make you go,
this
whoa,
random character.
Yeah.
Donald Blake. It's just I don't want to like sit here and like be like complain too much about it because it is fun.
Right, because we'll start saying some good things like this. Ready?
Go for it.
Like this. Ready? Right away, it's what James Gunn, like what we were just saying, it's what he excels at. The characters are very likable immediately. Yeah. The one character I'm not like the biggest fan of, and I don't really care for like military. Like I just think the Rick Flag character, I'm just not. Yeah. I didn't really care for him in the Suicide Squad either, and this is like his dad, so it's like But in terms of all the other characters, right? Like the Bride, you know what I'm saying? Nina, right? These are characters that are stand out for me.
Nina is great.
Right?
Dr. Phosphorus.
Super funny. That's the other thing too. Like, the comedy, when it does shine through, it lands, right? It is like, it's weird because I don't know, is the show, what's like the rating? I'm sure it's pretty.
It has to be like R or like PG. Yeah, it has to be R. They throw a couple Fs.
So then with that in mind,
we see boobs.
It's like, we pretty much see like everything but the nipple, you know what I'm saying?
No, we see it.
Okay. But so
The
like, but
Bride.
in terms of like the jokes landing, so it's interesting, right? If it's for adults,
Yeah,
but then you have like Weasel running around like, you know what I mean,
yeah.
being a ooh,
That's the thing.
he's
It kind of
goofy, so
surprised me because I didn't know what to expect, and I
like
mentioned the
Minions
boobs.
humor. You know what
I
I'm saying?
mentioned the boobs specifically because I was at work
Uh, right. You
watching
never
it,
expect.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I was like, "Oh no!" That's why
Yep.
I was like, "No, that you see everything." Because it like I had to like put my phone away, like "Oh, I gotta finish this right now. I take a way to go on break now, and
Oh,
like
oh, is in episode 2 or 1?
both times,
Both times.
episode
Yeah, it
one
was
happens, and
right.
I'm not gonna say what, but it gets stopped. It's like, hey, this is not happening.
Right.
And
But
then
in
an
episode 2,
episode,
something
it happens two separate times, two
right.
different characters,
Let me say
and
this
that
too,
was
man.
kind of
The fight scenes, bro.
oh the fight. Oh, okay. So we're gonna say that we'll say which characters are shown fighting.
Okay.
We're not gonna say who they're fighting,
Sure,
but they're
sure.
shown. We see two characters fighting so far. Well, three. The Bride, Doctor Phosphorus, and Rick Flag Senior.
Yep.
And honestly, the Doctor Phosphorus was pretty dope.
Dude.
Like the
The
actual like fire.
yeah. Just like his whole all the character designs are just super solid. The animation
Yeah.
is just super slick. They don't it's weird like whenever I don't know, sometimes you watch like animation and like it doesn't look like the punches are like landing, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look like things have weight to them when things are moving. So I think this really
Yeah.
just nailed it in terms of the animation, the character design, like we're saying,
Mm-hmm.
the fight scenes are just insane. The one episode 2 especially like
Yeah.
blew me away.
Episode two, like it really brought everything up immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't really complain about it. The music choices were not my favorite, especially at the end of
Yeah,
two. There was a montage that I was like, this could be like the most heartbreaking thing ever.
but it was like goofy, right? It kind of like
It was
flipped
like
it.
goofy as
It's supposed to
hell.
be
Like it's
tragic, I
like
feel.
it comes from the most tragic scene in the
Yeah.
show so far
Yep.
to like a montage that is still pretty tragic if you think about what's happening.
Yep.
And it had the goofiest song ever.
But to your point, the music choices I think were kind of a miss, dude. You know how James Gunn likes to pull
Yeah.
some deep cuts, bro. He's
Yeah.
trying to pull a deep cut from his Zune that makes it onto your Spotify Wrapped, brother.
Yeah, the
That's
thing
what he's
that
trying to
like
do.
the Spotify DJ is like, hey.
Right. There's no I've got a feeling here, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
None of these songs will become all-time classics.
No. It didn't hit.
No, they
And
were
yeah,
kind
that's
of
okay.
interesting choices.
Yeah, I'll say this. The first Suicide Squad movie had a
Right.
better soundtrack than this so far.
Right. It's
Yeah.
it's a weird setting too. Like the kind of setup for the show is just interesting. It's like this group is sent in to protect a princess from
Mm-hmm. Which is cool. I
yeah.
like that.
There is a reference to a group in the DC world in the first episode near the beginning. So that was kind of cool to see that hinted. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're picking up what
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
putting
it.
down, you know what I'm saying? But
I saw it. It was pretty cool.
yeah. So yeah, man, I don't know. What a good
It was
first
good. Listen,
step.
I'll
It's
say
just a
this.
weird first step. Not what I would
It's a
choose
weird
for
first
my
step. It's
universe.
great. The one
Yeah.
complaint I have, I mean, you can call me Gordy from That's the Classified. I don't like that weasel.
You don't like the weasel. Yeah, just some weird like humor choices. It's like why are you putting minions humor if they're ripping each other's arms off and they're having crazy sex?
It's just the weasel, honestly. Yeah. The weasel's the only part I was like, okay, this character could have.
Right, like Amanda Waller, you're really telling me that this guy is like useful in any way? I guess at some point,
he's gonna be
useful,
useful. I can
Yeah.
already see where the season is going, and I can probably predict a lot of it.
Right, like Weasel is gonna like sacrifice himself or something like that.
Yeah,
or-
like there's gonna be some nefarious things going on with the actual government of this country.
right.
They're the actual villains or some shit.
I feel like the cast that we do have, in turn, I forget. I was gonna write down like the voice actors too, just to
Frank Grillo,
Frank Grillo is the
Rick
main.
Flag Sr., yeah.
Is Rick Flag Sr. Right?
We have David Harbour as Frankenstein.
Right. Okay. And my friend was just telling me yo, David Harbour is in everything. And I was like, is he? And I was like, I guess he is. And then I'm watching a show. He's voicing Frankenstein. So yeah, I guess he is in everything.
Who else? I'm trying to like remember.
Alan Tudyk
is
Dr. Phosphorus, I believe.
Dr. Phosphorus, and then what's Sean Gunn is both Weasel and G.I. Robot.
Right, which that's the best. That's the best voice acting gig of all time. You just talk about killing Nazis. You probably don't even have to do anything different. It's just what Sean Gunn says on the regular.
I'm trying to remember. Like, I honestly had even forgotten Alan Tudyk until you mentioned it. I don't know. It didn't stand out, but I'm excited to see him in live action because this is the same live action cast. They did announce that if this is like the animated cast, it's going to be the same as the live action cast.
Okay. So that makes this more interesting. It's like, and you know what? The one thing I will say too, right? The fact that this was animated, because I was thinking, right, while I was watching episode number 1, you queue it up. What makes this show have to be animated, right? Because you're like, oh, why couldn't they just do? Yeah. But then you start to see, like, oh, okay, it's James Gunn. He can do more. It's showing me that this DCU is going to be more fantastical than. Maybe people were worried that it'd be maybe too grounded or something like that. To me, it's like both sides. No worries, though. Right?
I need both sides. I need the grounded and the fantastical. We 100%. Got the Guardians of the Galaxy, and we also have like the Iron Mans. You know, like, 100%. We need both sides. Like Winter Soldier is just a grounded movie about like spies. You know,
right?
So we need both sides for it to work in harmony.
I agree, dude. The yin and the yang.
Exactly. The 100%. Cody and the Christian.
So has that been it, dude? Under the gun?
We're gonna under the gun, looking into James Gunn's DC universe. I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot to say. It's a good show. Don't expect anything like phenomenal.
Here's what I will say. I'm more excited to watch this than I am about What If that says anything. I haven't seen season 2 of What If, you know what I'm saying? If we're comparing,
I like the animation style better in this show.
If we're stoking the flames of war,
I like the animation style in this better than What If.
100%. This is the classic DC animation style. It's more.
I don't love the animated style in this. So.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's just better than What If. The bar is low.
Yeah, What If's like weird 3D kind of.
It feels like lazy, but it's not. Like I know they worked hard on it. It's just in my brain that registers as lazy. So we have talked about what we think so far. Now we're going to talk about what we want in the future. I'm going to start it up.
These are our demands.
Yeah, I'll start it up so you can, see how this game works, even though you came up with it and I'm just hijacking all of it.
Lay it on me, dude.
I think we start with Creature Commandos. We're going to get Superman. We're going to get Batman. I don't want my boys in the Doom Patrol to be forgotten. I need Doom Patrol.
This should have been a Doom Patrol project. You're right.
Yeah. That's what I want. I need a Doom Patrol movie. And I need it to be like the show Doom Patrol is so good.
Yep.
Honestly. I don't know how you haven't watched it.
I should watch it. You know what the problem is? Whenever like a show is like out and it's already like, oh, we're not continuing it or whatever. Like the fact that it got canceled, it like immediately goes in my mind and it's gone. The fact
that you're watching a show on MGM Plus, dude.
I know, dude. But that one's got season 4 coming out. That's what I'm saying. Where's Doom Patrol? Where's Doom Patrol?
Listen, but that's what I'm saying. We need it. We need Doom Patrol.
100%.
And I'm okay with it being the same cast. I cannot think of an actual cast.
Right.
But like Brendan Fraser as Robot Man was phenomenal. Right. April Bowlby is I forget her name. It's the Elastic Girl. Or like I don't know. She becomes big in a lot of things. She's great.
Yeah, she grows a lot all the time.
Dude, no, that girl that grows.
She grows, brother.
Good casting. I loved it. What's his name? The Invisible Man also. That was kind of cool. Let's see. Let me look up the cast, just in the spirit of getting to know. Matt Bomer was that guy.
Who's do you got like a? Have you thought of maybe who's gonna write this movie, or maybe that's coming later, or
Yeah, I feel like
maybe Gerard Way. I don't
I
know.
would love Gerard Way to write it, and
That'd be kind of
that's
sick,
sort of
right?
where I was gonna go, because I don't want James Gunn to write it.
Right,
I
100%.
feel like it's a different sense of humor.
I
I feel
got
like
you.
Doom Patrol is funny for what it is, not for what they say.
I got you.
Yeah. So let me see. We have Elastigirl. That's the name of the character. I said April Bowlby, Diane Guerrero as Crazy Jane was cool. Negative Man was Matt Bomber, which I thought was funny because like Matt Bomber is like an actor who like is known for being like just like a very like beautiful man, and they made him Negative Man who's covered in bandages.
Right.
That to me was amazing. Alan Tudyk was Mr. Nobody.
Speaking of Alan Tudyk, man, this guy's busy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like that cast a lot, and I think Doom Patrol is a team that works to be comedic relief, but also deal with dark topics. Like they call her Crazy Jane. She got multiple personality disorder with DID.
Right.
And each of those personalities have different powers. Like those are big topics.
Yeah, dude, you're really winning me over with the Doom Patrol pitch, just because, like, I guess I don't know. Were you thinking of like a plot or something like that? Like, I don't know if we were getting that far into it.
We're getting the Authority. Cool. There's fans of that. We saw how good Doom Patrol performed, and that it started as a mini, then it went like longer.
Yep, 13 issues, brother.
Think about what's that DC event that we read, the Dream one?
Oh, Knight's Terror or something like that?
Yeah, who was your favorite part of that? What's one of your favorite issues?
I got you, 100%.
Satana with Robot Man, right?
There's a lot of potential with Robot Man is an all-time classic character. Mm-hmm. So good. Yeah. You're right, dude. It's ripe. It's ripe for potential.
It's a perfect team.
They get into all sorts of wacky stuff, man.
Yeah. That's just that's the one thing I don't care to see. Like honestly, right now I don't care to see Batman.
Who's directing this bad boy? Who you got like as a director in mind?
I don't know. I sort of want to see it evolve. Like the reason why I don't have a director in mind is because I don't know where this universe is going. So without knowing how it starts, I cannot be like, oh, in 2 years I want this. And yes, different directors can work for anything. But like for example, like I'm watching this movie Y2K today. Kyle Mooney, who's a comedian, he was in Saturday Night Live. One of my favorite comedians right now. He's directing Y2K. Hey, I don't think he'd be interested, but like if Y2K is good, he has a good writing. He's a good writer for comedy. He knows how to direct comedies. He's done it before. Yep. I would be down for that. I don't know if he'd be interested. You know what I mean?
That's like, the thing, yeah. They have to like want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to see. You know who I'm excited to see? Who's that guy who was in Late Night with the Devil? Who was Polka Dot Man? I'm excited to see him come back. I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just in general,
he's cool.
I would like to see him in the DC universe.
I think he's writing a comic book. If I could.
Yeah, he's writing a Knights vs. Samurais or something.
Is that him or is that someone else?
I think that's him.
Oh, right on, dude.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
But I know he died as Polka Dot Man. But if you were to ask me, like, without knowing that, that's an actor I could definitely see in this DC universe.
I see. Yeah, he just like fits in. I know what you mean. Yeah. Nah, dude, I like your pitch, brother. I like the Doom Patrol. I think it's ripe for potential. Like I said, I think the team is like an all-star classic, and it's kind of like, like it's interesting picking the Creature Command. I mean, it's like, I don't know, the Doom Patrol. It would have done what maybe Creature Commandos is trying to do. Maybe
it's confusing. I don't know. I'm confused about where this DC universe is going.
That's a good way to put it, dude. It's off to like a. It's like, oh, it's good, but it's like where are we going?
I'll put it like this, right? I know we're starting off in a place where like it's not like the beginning. It's not like Superman's first year. It's not Batman's first year. But I feel like they're starting too big.
Interesting. Right. It's not like a small story to start. Like a.
Yeah.
I got
I
you.
don't know. That's my take. Cody, now that
Lay
you
it
know
on
how
you,
this
dude.
game works, because you lay
All
it
right,
on me.
picture this. Close your eyes, man. I'm gonna paint
Close
a
my
picture
eyes.
for you.
I
It's
hope the people listening to this are also closing their eyes.
it's a
Go with
dark city
90
skyline. Okay. Yeah. If
195.
you're driving, close your eyes. It's a dark
Don't,
city
please.
skyline. There's neon. There's neon in the skyline.
Okay.
It's Gotham. It's
Okay.
Gotham, but there's neon. Do you know where I'm
Okay.
going with this? It's Batman
No,
Beyond,
keep going.
baby.
Oh, there
It's
we go. That's
Bat.
smart.
No, so okay, so how the hell have we not gotten a Batman Beyond movie like live action? Isn't that crazy? Because you'd think, right? If you're trying to do
I don't know.
something that it doesn't really rely on, it's in the future.
Terry
You know what I'm saying?
McGinnis? Yeah.
So you
Honestly,
don't have
give
to.
me. Yeah, there's a bunch of characters that like those animated shows. Like, where's Static Shock?
For sure. But no, I'm talking, this is live action, my man.
No. But I'm talking like those like cartoons,
Like from
like
that
the
era.
DC
Yeah,
cartoons
yeah.
that like really worked. Like,
Right.
Bat. I forget the name of it. You just said it. Batman Beyond,
Yeah, yeah.
Static Shock. Like these are two shows that like I think like when we were younger or even before, really good.
So the
Phenomenal.
reason why I'm thinking Batman Beyond, because you have a story that takes place far into your DCU future, and then
Yeah.
maybe if you don't have to rely on, it's like almost out of continuity. It's like a cheat code essentially. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like so far removed from everything going on from Creature Commandos, Superman, all
Yeah.
that stuff, and I think you could be able to have a lot of fun. And maybe it could be in its own universe, I guess, kind of
Yeah.
like
Hey,
how
I
Batman
was
is.
I was about to say this. They gotta do some Elseworld movies.
But exactly, because here's the thing, right? I think the cool part about Batman Beyond is that he has his own set of rogues and he has his own set of almost rules, right? Because it
Yeah.
is sci-fi, you're able to lean on and like have like all these crazy villains that maybe you wouldn't be able to have for
Yeah. No,
Batman.
exactly, and that's great.
And
I
then
think.
here's the thing. For directors, you ever see The Creator? You ever see Godzilla 2016, I believe it came
Yes.
out? You ever see Rogue One, a Star Wars
Yes.
story? Gareth Edwards as the
I
director.
like. By the way, The Creator. A lot of people don't talk about that movie. It's pretty good.
Bro, they shot that thing on like an iPhone with like a bunch of attachments or whatever the hell else. Kind of cheating,
like,
but
yeah, like a DSLR
but
or
dude,
something.
can you imagine? Because he's got
Sony.
such an eye for sci-fi.
Yeah.
I feel like, and then here's the other thing too. For a writer, I thought of this while you were talking. Gary Whitta, because he wrote Rogue One, and he's also written some Batman comics. So I feel like he gets
cool.
He wrote Batman Fortress, and it was actually kind of badass, like a little 12-issue mini.
Oh, I remember that. You talked about that.
Yeah, it's like a really cool concept, like aliens coming down. Like there's Batman has to break into the Fortress of Solitude to find out where the hell Superman is because these aliens are looking for Superman. So listen, dude. And then here's the other thing, because you got to find an actor. Have you seen Cobra Kai?
Oh no, okay.
You'd be good though, low key.
I am Latino.
There's this kid in Cobra Kai, and I think so. And I guess I'm thinking of it because of the kid who played Jaime Reyes.
Yeah.
Was also in Cobra Kai. But there's this kid in Cobra Kai named Tanner Buchanan who I think would be pretty good. He's got that look. You know what I'm saying? He's got that look.
Isn't Terry McGinnis Latino? Well, what is he?
Exactly. So here's the thing. In my mind, when I was watching the show when I was younger, dude, Terry McGinnis was not Latino for me. He was Asian.
Oh, really?
He was Asian. So even though his name is Terry McGinnis, it's like an Irish last name or whatever. Yeah. What if you get... Have you Dave Patel from Monkey Man?
Oh, I love that Patel.
Dude.
Now that I think about it, Terry McGinnis is Latino.
He's something. He's like not white. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not white.
In my head, he was Latino.
Right. He might be Latino.
We're both thinking about our races.
But in my mind, dude, he was always Asian. So like, and I don't think Terry McGinnis is a character where it's in the future. So like people are going to get darker in the future. And like, I don't think it really needs to matter. Like his name, his last name McGinnis. I don't think that matters. But dude, Dev Patel, Gareth Edwards directed with Gary Whitta writing. And we're in the future.
Okay.
It's Batman Beyond, maybe. He's fighting I don't know. Get any villain you want. Ink, Shriek, Blight. I don't know. Whatever the hell.
Can't remember any of them. You're right. He is Asian. I don't know why I thought he was Latino. In my head,
he was. But to your point, you know what I'm saying? He's like one of those like. But in my, also, and he's like, is he white? Is he?
Yeah, in my head, Samurai Jack was white. So like.
Yeah. No, I
was not the best.
I was no. I think if I think about it too, he kind of was white in my mind, like a white, kind of like how in Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai, where it's a white guy and he's hanging out with a bunch of Japanese.
Yeah.
So
well, listen.
Well, his name is Jack. I mean, that's not Japanese.
He continued that trend of like Terry McGinnis. Now that I think about it, think about the other character from the future in comics.
Okay. What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about Spider-Man 2099?
He's Latino. What's his last name?
Miguel. Is it Miguel Harris, right?
O'Hara.
Oh, O'Hara. Okay.
Another Irish, half Irish Latino man.
So, dude,
half Irish Asian man.
No, and dude, you know what, bro? It kind of tracks, right? So, like, without never mind. I'm not gonna take it to a whatever. But Irish people like to make babies. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey. You and I could be Miguel O'Hara. You could be Terry McGinnis.
My dad's Irish, so I could say it. By the way,
you I don't want to say any comments. You're half
cast
Asian.
Me,
you're
brother.
Half Irish.
Cast me.
Listen, we went to a weird place with this one, but I could see you if you go to the gym a little bit.
Yeah, they should cast you as Miguel O'Hara, and I'll be Terry McGinnis.
Hey, we're the future, man.
I don't know, man, but it's just so weird to me they haven't done a Batman Beyond. I mean, without getting too in the weeds, bro. It's just
it is weird.
To give you guys we thought of the same topic, but over on the Marvel side.
Yeah.
Not to spoil my own thing, but it's so crazy. I haven't got a Miles Morales movie either. That I was thinking of doing that.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I feel like it's too early for Miles where the MCU is right now.
Right. I thought Sony would have blown their load with Miles at some point.
Are we gonna do Marvel in a different episode, or are we just saying Marvel?
Yeah, because I gotta think of director and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean I had one for Marvel, so I'll hold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
I don't know, dude. I can see a Batman and Beyond. We had Batman Begins. Give me Batman Beyond.
Right.
We did both Batman Beasts, and I think it's cool if it's an Elseworld. That's the thing. You have what's behind you right now, to your left.
A lot of stuff. Batman the Barbarian.
Yeah. Or we just get a random Batman the Barbarian movie.
I know, dude. Just cast anybody.
Don't connect it.
Matter, brother.
Don't connect it to the normal universe. Dude, don't give me the Marvel
treatment. Just cast anybody. Cast John Hamm for Batman the Barbarian, brother. Let's do it. How come we're not getting literally, dude? It's a kind of a joke that we're not getting. Why have we not got a Superman movie in a decade?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like Elseworlds would be really cool where it's like, hey, you know how we've had 1 million actors play Batman? This is sort of it. All of them are Elseworld stories. Here's another random Batman.
It should be like James Bond, my man.
This is Batman by Gotham by Gaslight. Just a one-off movie. It's not going to come back. The problem is, it's never going to connect to the DCU. It's never going to be anything else. It's just this.
And they've shown it can work with Matt Reeves, my man. Reeves first.
It's pretty cool. I think Batman Beyond, I could see it as yes, it's still the DCU.
Yeah.
It's just Elseworld.
Yep.
The only reason why I would say that, not to kind of go against you, but if they're setting something up in the future, they sort of have to go in a direction. They can't be there's a world-ending event because it's not going to end.
Exactly. It kind of it's a writing hole. So I think Elseworlds would be great, man. It's I think
that's their pitch. Forget Doom Patrol, forget Batman Beyond, just Elseworld movies.
Just have fun with it, my man. Just
dude, don't take it too seriously.
You're making movies.
Do you think Do you think comic book fans are gonna complain about movies?
They've never done that before. Why would they start now?
Dude, comic book fans love movies, especially if they include female characters and minorities. We know this.
And they're totally reasonable too. They're reasonable to talk to and converse with.
Yeah,
exactly. They're not unhinged.
James, listen to us.
They wear deodorant too, for sure.
James, listen to us. 2 comic book fans. No one's gonna complain about any movie you make.
I want to say this note though. I did write this down, right? Because my thing for the casting, I said or go Asian. I wrote that in bold, but then I said, dude, not Timmy, not Tom, brother. Okay, Can this be the one thing that Tom Holland's not in? The one thing Timothée Chalamet is not in?
Yeah. I don't want them in the universe.
Although, dude, not gonna lie, now that I said Timmy, I'm kind of warming up to it. Timmy is Batman Beyond would be kind of sick, dude.
No, I can't hear the voice.
No, I can't either.
I like Tim. I like the Chalamet
for sure, but for Batman Beyond, not enough.
Not for it. I just can't see him as a superhero.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's all. Hey, listen, I think that's a good. We threw some ideas, James. Our email
that might be the title of this episode. Is Timothée Chalamet cannot be a superhero.
So yeah, I mean, listen, James, you're listening, and I know you're scouring the internet for opinions.
I know he's on everything, dude. He's probably watching this, honestly.
He's here. He's right here, actually.
He has like a Brainiac hookup that feeds all the discourse about DC's universe into his brain.
Here's my thing: just have fun with it. I mean, we said a lot of jokes. Have fun. That's it. That's the only advice I'll give. Don't think about it too much. Remember, Marvel didn't jump into the big events. They worked their way to it.
Right. They're
treat them as individual movies and then get to the team ups.
Right. 100%.
So just have fun. If you're doing Superman, have fun with Superman.
Yeah.
If you're doing Batman, have fun with Batman. But let them grow individually to then become a big thing.
I was messaging. I was commenting with Jan's Comic Space, right? And she was saying that now is just such a fun, exciting time to be a nerd, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, dude, absolutely. Because you're thinking about, just the fact that DC is about to, they're popping off with the comics and they're about to start popping off in other media. As a DC fan, I mean,
no, it's phenomenal.
You guys are looking around. I'm a DC guy for sure. It's a very exciting time to be a DC fan. So yeah, as much as we were confused by some of the Creature Commando stuff, you know what I mean? But we're still excited for it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing. It's confusing. It's making me just go in circles because I really don't know where he's going with it.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm gonna watch it. It's good.
For sure.
We're gonna watch
it. It's like I said, man. It ain't no what if, my brother.
Yeah,
so.
It ain't no what if, and that's good. I know, Cody. Any last words?
Nah, that's it, man. That's it, dude. Thank you guys for listening. Number 46.
Yeah, we're gonna come back regularly as long as Cody doesn't have any more emergencies.
We're good. No. I don't think any Thanksgivings are coming up.
Yeah, and for Christmas we will have gift exchange. Cody's gift for me is arriving in September next year, probably.
Yeah, we might have to do the gift exchange next year, brother. In January.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I got you a gift last year and never sent it, so damn.
Yeah, right on.
And then we'll do, of course, once the year ends, we'll do our color breakies. We don't know how we're going to do that. There's exciting stuff coming up. We're going to really hone into growing this individually and also just having fun with it. Because we took a little break, and honestly, it sucked.
I know it. Now we can get back to it, though. Thank you guys for watching. Any projects, dude, you got coming up? Bigger videos?
Any last part? I'm working on a thing for this TikTok competition called TikTok Must Watch.
Oh shit! What?
And it's about the X-Files. So you can know that. So I'm going really hard with that.
Hot and spicy, my man.
I've been playing a lot of Subway Surfers.
There you go.
That's about it. I'm not gonna make a video about Subway Surfers.
Brain rot, good stuff.
But I needed to put it like this. Took a break from reading, needed something to distract me. That's why I started playing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, got the Preacher Omni, reading Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4. So expect some videos about that. And yeah.
Right on, brother. Busy guy over here.
Busy guy. And since I'm busy, I'm gonna leave now. Bye everyone. Bye Cody.
See you, buddy.